And back here live, CRS 2024 continues on too as well. About a few more minutes to go. Wrapping up at 12 o'clock today with the coverage too. And coming up here, Alana McCready in a little bit. But Presley Tennant's crashing the party and dropping by. What's up?
Nothing much. How about you?
Catching up on sleep tomorrow.
Exactly.
That's the recovery from the last few days too as well. Great time to be a singer, no doubt. 600 Miles comes out. A great EP that you guys put out 2022, I believe. And that came out riding the waves of this thing and kind of hit on some highlights for me of just how well this has done for you as an artist.
I mean, 600 Miles was one of those projects that I've been working on since 2020, I want to say. So it's like my little baby coming together, and then we finally put it out in 2022, and I felt like it was a journal. But I feel like the music now, because I'm releasing a new single coming up very soon, April 19th. It's called Somebody Like You. And I am very excited for that one to come out because, I don't know, this whole last year I have been coming up to Nashville once a month consistently, writing so much music. So kind of building the catalog and picking whichever one's kind of flipped to the top. And so this one's really fun. It's a little snarky. I love a good snarky line, I'm not going to lie. I might be a little bit of a smart but I don't know if I can say that out loud, but you know what I mean. It's the feeling of, when you get out of a relationship, it's almost like, oh, you're never going to find somebody like me. And then they kind of set themselves up for me to respond and say, well, I kind of hope I don't, like that sort of thing. So that's what the song's about. I'm very excited.
Should be, no doubt, too. Hey, tell me about this female movement now in country music. I think it's fantastic. I support a lot of female artists here on the show. Too as well. Love Kirsty Krause and, of course, everything she does. You're right there with it. I mean, Priscilla Block and Lainey Wilson, what they've done, Ashley McBride, Carly Pierce. How important is it to the industry now that women are finally, at least I feel, getting the due diligence they deserve?
I think it's really cool. Growing up, I feel like there wasn't too many female artists that you could really look up to. Obviously there was Carrie and there was Miranda and Gretchen, at least for my generation of what I grew up listening to. And to see so many females succeeding right now and getting their name out there, and there's so many different types of country music, and that kind of gravitate. Like one day I might be feeling a certain way and I want to listen to this person, but then there's something else for a different day. I think it's so cool, and the representation of women in country music and how there's different perspectives on everything, and I love that. That's my favorite part about being female in country.
What makes a good song in your mind as far as the process of just the songwriting, seeing it come to life? What's your favorite part of it?
Songwriting process, I love when there's a little switch. Like when you hear a common saying or something like that, and then there's a way to switch it where it works both ways, but it leads up like you think it's going to be the normal way that you hear it. And then all of a sudden it's like great when it gets to the end of like the hook, and it's like, oh, you meant something else by it. That's one of my favorite parts because it just grabs you in. I mean, that's also why they call it a hook. That
exactly
would make
right.
sense. So I just spelled that out basically.
And we just lost the legend Toby Keith, living on forever too. At the same time, this music is so synonymous for what it's done for so many years. Should have been a cowboy. 32 number one hits in 30 years in the music industry. Just kind of talk to me about just what he means and the legacy. Tough loss to the industry, but this guy will live on forever.
When I heard about it, I thought it was a joke at first.
I did too.
And then one of my friends texted me and they confirmed it, and I was like, no way this is real. For me, Toby Keith was one of the ones that I grew up listening to, and I always appreciated his music, but as I got older and I really could dive into what his lyrics meant and what he stood for as a person outside of music, and how he was so passionate about what he does. And I never got to meet him, but that was one person I always wanted to meet because of who he is outside of music, and just that he's a genuinely good person. And so that one definitely hit a little hard, especially in Norco, where I'm from. It's like, he's like, all of his songs are like the soundtrack of my town, and so that one definitely hit hard.
Definitely does, no doubt, too. We're doing the benefit fundraiser tonight, Show Dog and Friends there at the Wild Beaver Saloon, 6 to 10, raising money for a good cause, no doubt, too, and playing some tribute songs, their favorite Toby Keith songs, too. I wanted to ask you about this. 90s country seems like it's making a little bit of a comeback. We're seeing some of these guys, Randall King, Zach Top out there right now, killing it with what he's doing, too. Good thing for the industry?
I think so. I love some good 90s country.
Okay.
I think it's fun. It changed. I feel like where country is nowadays, it's so broad, but to bring it back and give like homage to like what really is, at least what I grew up listening to within country music, I'm like, I love every bit of it. I'm definitely diving a little bit more into it as well.
All right, when you get some downtime, and I got to get me one of those iced coffees because it's getting pretty close now too. Downtime, not doing music completely away from it. What are some fun things, some hobbies you like to do?
Ooh. Right now, it's freezing cold. It's not freezing cold. It's California, but it's pretty cold for California. And as soon as I get back, I'll probably go snowboarding one of the days.
Snowboarding.
I love snowboarding. Anything activity, like adrenaline rush, I'm like, give it to me. If I might break my arm, I'm probably going to go do it. I already broke my arm once. I was like, I'll be fine.
Bungee jumping, skydiving.
Oh, I do all of it.
I need to work up the courage to do something like that too when I get a chance to at the same time. The one, the only Presley Tennant out there. Check her out on social media. And of course, I'd love for you to come back. New music comes out and do a full length interview with me too at the same time.
Absolutely.
Have you play and pick one of our favorites here. Country Radio Seminar continues on. One more to go, and then we're going to go catch up on our sleep. No, I'm just kidding. There's just more stuff to do here. For CRS 2024 continues on here too. HighTideCountry.net and our friends over at KKTC True Country 99.9. Stay tuned for